Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We are a community, a nation, a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation and we're on a mission to banish poverty, and we're known as the United States of the world because we accept citizens from every corner of the globe. Age doesn't matter, gender doesn't matter, height, weight, colour, class, creed, language, none of it matters. We just see everybody as a human being and welcome you with open arms. No cost to join, no obligation to get involved in anything, nothing to lose, okay? We are intent on spreading joy and happiness and abundance throughout the world. And we should be streaming live now on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Twitch. And we will be getting started in a moment with a little prayer to help us find that true happiness in life that everybody seeks. We'll follow that with a little affirmation to help us with that non-separatist ideology we have, where we just see everybody as a human being, part of one big family, all linked together. The great thing about humanity is you can't be of service to other members of the human family without it being of service to yourself as well. And within We Share Abundance, it also serves every other member of our community. We're all linked together and we all pull together. When we do good, we do it for everyone. Okay, if we try and do harm, it damages everybody. So let's keep on the good track, okay? Yeah, true happiness is something that you can't buy. There are a lot of people with plenty of money still not happy, and they still don't know what it is they're missing. They're still searching for things, more power, more cars, more boats, more planes, more whatever it may be. And they're not happy. They've got everything material that they could possibly ever want and more, and yet they're not happy. Because happiness, true happiness, can only be found through loving service to others. And once you make that your way of life, you'll find that everything else that you want in life will flow to you. In fact, your cup will runneth over, as it has been quoted, I believe, in the Bible somewhere. Okay. So with that said, we're going to get started right away with that little prayer, and we'll follow that with that little affirmation, and then we'll get you updated with what's been going on today. Okay. Before we do, let's just welcome a few people in, because we have a few people in already. We've got Lewis from Portugal, Colin from South Africa, Carl from New Zealand, Nankiep from Nigeria, Maureen from London, England, of course, Eric from Quebec in Canada, and Kingsley from Manchester in England, and me from Cornwall in England. And we've just got Werner popped in as well from South Africa. So here we go. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love each member may find the joy of service. And through service, bless each member that they attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world, as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. And we just got Deborah in as well from Southern Alabama, USA. Okay. We have had some work being done today in the development area, and I'll discuss that in a moment. But the big news is today we spent most of the day my wife and I, because it's in her name actually, this vehicle, but we have now got the vehicle. Here is the official order form. There's been a copy of this sent to Beyond Infinity for payment. The total price is $38,808. I don't know whether you can see that clearly or not. I don't know. And we're just waiting now for Beyond Infinity to make that payment, which is, I don't know what at the current exchange rates, 38,808. Let me just put it in. How much is 38,808? In US dollars. I think this search engine's Bing. Here we go. It looks like we're going to be a bit shy with the current exchange rates. It's showing it as $48,719. So we're going to miss out on $1,300, but it was the best option we could find at the time, and to be the most expedient, because they have that vehicle there in stock. So there you go. We're going to get a vehicle that's going to cost Beyond Infinity $48,719.56. Maybe a shade more, maybe a shade less by the time they get round to paying it, and they have the exchange values and this sort of thing that come into play. We've also got other people in here. Just a minute. We've got Don in from Canada, British Columbia. We've got Bazina in from Scotland, Edinburgh. We've got Richard in from Devon in England. Okay, so that's the big news. Now, once these people receive the funds from Beyond Infinity, they will then register the vehicle in the name of my wife. And we'll have a registration number for the vehicle. And until we get that registration number, we can't sell the vehicle. And once we've got that registration number, we can then look at various options for sale and see how much we can get and how quickly. And what that will be, I don't know. I know Richard's got a car which should be coming up fairly soon, and he's in the same locality. And the Vauxhall dealership will work with him, provided it's not in excess of $50,000, because that's about the limit that the highest price vehicle that Vauxhall have in the UK. So I did put in a word, and they said, yeah, they'd be very happy to do the same sort of deal with Richard. They won't buy the vehicle back or anything. It's up to us to sell it wherever we can. And that may be Wow Cars or WeBuyAnyCar.com or Motorway, something or other. I can't remember the name. But there are various places that we'll just buy for cash. We may be able to get a bit more if we put it out in something like Auto Trader, but then we probably have to hang around waiting for it and getting the funds in and cleared, and so we'll have to have a look at it and see what the best option is. But until we get that registration number, we have no way of moving forward with it. Okay, how long will it take to get that? 7 to 10 days maximum. once Beyond Infinity have transferred the funds. Once Beyond Infinity have transferred the funds, we should have the registration number within 7 to 10 days, and then we can investigate how much we can get for the vehicle and how quickly. How much will it be? Nobody knows at this stage. We have not got a clue. If you want to see the vehicle, I can do a screen share, I think. I pulled up a picture of it online. I don't think the colour's the same as we've got a white one, but I mean, it doesn't matter, does it? But let me see, how do we do this? Share screen, window. It's a nice vehicle, actually. There you go. That's the vehicle. It's an SUV. It's a hybrid. It's 1.2. I don't know, 1.2 litres. I've no idea, actually. It's a 1.2, it says. Does it say what it is? No, just a 1.2 hybrid, 136 Ultimate E DC T6 Auto. So it's automatic transmission, hybrid vehicle, and it looks like that, except it's white. And Beyond Infinity will be getting a couple of pictures, not brilliant pictures, but they will have pictures of my wife with the vehicle. Of course, when we sell it, anything we get for the vehicle is used to go into the treasury for We Share Abundance, and the priority from that funding will be repayment of loans that people made to us in, can't remember when now, a couple of years ago, that they should have been repaid a couple of years ago. Okay. If we're lucky, there'll be a bit left over, and if we're not, there won't. We'll see how we go on with it. We'll see how we can progress and how we can best use it for the benefits of all citizens. Okay, and of course, being debt-free benefits everyone. Having debts it means that we are struggling all the time to repay the debts. We're only just getting roundabout into sustainability now, and it'll take a while before we build our income to pay off debt. So things like this coming in are a real boon. Let's get back to the app. Here we go. So there you go. That is, or will be, a We Share Abundance asset once Beyond Infinity make the payment. So that is the big news on Beyond Infinity. I am assured by the dealership that they will send that information, that order, along with their bank details to Beyond Infinity today. Of course, Beyond Infinity being in another part of the world means that it'll probably be late today before they actually get it and take any action on it. And with a bit of luck, they'll make the transfer tomorrow. They may make it the day after tomorrow. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But that's where we are. That is the position, and it's a nice little boost to our income. We have lots more vehicles that we have in the car plan. All registered in my wife's name except for one, which is the next vehicle that would be due. We've not really heard anything on that yet, and it could be a while before that one comes through. And that is a $125,000 vehicle. And Vauxhall don't do anything, and the terms with Beyond Infinity, you can't buy sort of 2 or 3 vehicles. You can only buy one vehicle. You can put two vehicles together to buy a dearer one, but you can't buy multiple less value ones. So it means we'll have to go to somewhere like BMW or maybe Audi, maybe Range Rover. I don't know. We'll have to have a look at it, but we have to find a vehicle that's around about £100,000 when that one comes through. So we'll be looking at what is available there, and then we'll be approaching some dealerships in advance once we get this one gone through, because then we can use this Vauxhall distributorship as a validation, if you like, that the system works and this is how it works, and that that they'll get paid. And because it wasn't easy finding a dealership that would take us on initially, but having got this going through, we'll be able to use them as a reference, I suppose, is the best way of putting it. So there you go. And we've got Ahmed in from Nigeria as well. I've been out of the office most of the day. I got most of the routine stuff done this morning before we had to leave to have the appointment and get everything sorted out. But let me find Deviani's. There's one thing that puzzles me, because we've been getting reports that there are, can't remember the numbers now offhand, but they're in the We Share Abundance publicly group State of the Nation, a little under 3,000 members in Pool 1. And I said, you know, we know that some people have missed their reward for login. So I want to make sure that we make it up to them. So just to save time and searching for who it is and everything else, just pay $10 as a reward to everybody, as a gesture of goodwill. I know that the most that they've missed is $5, but it's there. We send $10 to everybody for the missed and the missed reward and the inconvenience. And that was supposed to go to that number, whatever it is, 2,900 or whatever it may be. However, Deviani said, where are we? That there were 35,081 members with active Pool 1 membership. So I said, you know, what do you mean there's 35,000? You've been telling me there's like 2,900 or whatever it is for month after month after month. Now, apparently, the actual numbers of people in the pool, that they have an active pool stake, but they may not be logging in. And unless they log in, they don't get a lottery ticket. So it's something to do with the lottery ticket. I've not really had time to go through it properly, but it means that the figures that we've got are not 100% accurate in what we thought we were doing. They are probably, I mean, they're accurate, I suppose, in some way, but they're not what I thought they were. Let's put it that way. And so I'll have to have a proper look at this tomorrow. But what Deviani said she did, because there were 35,000 of them, she wrote a program to credit $10 to the people who had or should have received login rewards, but when we switched back to the old server, they didn't get them. And so it was actually paid to 1,662 members as their rewards were lost due to the database not being synced. With various other bits and pieces, she didn't get onto the ShareHope plan today, and I wasn't here to make sure she did and find out what she was doing that was taking the time, and that obviously it was these other bits and pieces and things. But tomorrow morning I will be having a discussion with her, and we will get onto the ShareHope plan. In fact, she says tomorrow I will start with the ShareHope plan, and she definitely will, come hell or high water. We're a day late, partly my fault, I suppose, for not being around, but as a mortal, I can only be in one place at a time. We did need to get that vehicle sorted out, and it is sorted out. It's a very beautiful vehicle. I think we should be able to sell it fairly quickly, and hopefully we'll get a reasonably good price. I know that whoever buys it, if we sell it to sort of WeBuyAnyCar.com and things, they've got to resell it and make a profit, but we should be able to get a fairly decent price for it, hopefully. Okay. That really covers what I've got for you, except for the numbers, which I took out when we got back here, and so about when I got online, about maybe an hour ago, something like that. So we have now 12,665 paid members in the 777 plan. That's up 89 on yesterday. We have 43,039 registered members. That's up 90 on yesterday. I need to get into this active member thing. There's something amiss here, and I don't know what it is, but I don't want to take up too much time. I want to get that ShareHope plan organized. But if you think you should be active and you're not, put in a support ticket and we'll fix it, okay? But don't just put it in the hope, because we will check if you should be active or not. But it's only up 3 on yesterday to 2,295. Multiply Weezer. In fact, we had 2 new email verified members in Multiply Weezer today, to 15,964. They're probably new people that have registered to do some advertising there. It's a good place to advertise, and you can use your advertising credits on that Multiply Weezer site as well as within We Share Abundance. Nobody new bought advertising, but the bonus pool did go up by sufficient, about 70 cents, to get us into the next dollar, $10,411.30, and that was just through logging in and getting that revenue share. Right, let's have a look. Peter from Portugal says, I've received my reward for missing login for the 9th of May. Okay. Eric says, what exactly needed to be active? You've got to log in half the available days in the month, or in the previous month, or in the current month, and you've got to have done your KYC. That's it. That's all you need. If you've done those, you're active, and then you can withdraw your income. Okay. You can't withdraw unless you are shown as active. It won't let you withdraw. You can move funds around within We Share Abundance, but you can't take them outside and convert them into your local currency and buy bread and cheese and whatever else you might want to buy with them. Okay. One interesting thing was I saw a comment from one of our members in Nigeria, and he was saying he's pleased with the 777 plan. He's already made and withdrawn into his currency, the Naira or whatever it is in Nigeria, sufficient to cover his expenses for 2 full months. So that's wonderful, isn't it? That's wonderful that somebody is not just making ends meet, but he's getting ahead of the game. You know, he's paid already. He's paid up for 2 months of his living. You know, rent, food, whatever, covered for 2 months already. So it's a wonderful thing when we get that type of story. My wife said, "Why don't we get more testimonials in and everything?" And I said, well, the reason I've not asked for them yet is because we're still in soft launch. We're still testing a few things, still making a few changes, and we are monitoring the balance between the gifted entries created, the funds to pay for them, and being given out. And until we're totally happy with that balance, we'll be maybe modifying bits and pieces here and there to make sure that we get that balance right, because that is what stops the program stalling. That's what makes us different. That's what makes it possible to guarantee that everybody will make a profit. And I've not called for testimonial, but it's nice to see people just voluntarily putting things up in the Facebook group about the success that they're having in the program. All last week I missed out on TikTok, and I was going to do some today, but it's too late for me now. We'll start tomorrow back on TikTok, and we'll see where we are with those demo accounts. I think we should be starting to see some movement in the totally passive accounts, and that is the start of everything, because that obviously starts moving them along, and then they get into the next phase, and they get into the next phase that helps the person that referred them, and so on. So it should start to get interesting, but I've not checked on those accounts. But tomorrow we'll do a little bit of catch up on it, and we'll get some TikTok stuff done on those demo accounts. Anything else in here? Nope. Tomorrow, as I say, I am back sort of officially and properly by tomorrow. I'll be in, and I'll be putting in the full amount of time as I normally do. The past week, obviously, I was away on vacation, didn't put in a lot of hours. Sunday was just sort of getting back home and unpacked and sorted out and things, and today getting the car sorted. But that is a big step in the right direction. If you have cars, if you're in the car plan from Beyond Infinity, don't give up hope. But it will require them to really increase massively the number of cars that they are providing. I mean, they're looking at providing 8 vehicles in May. Now, I know there will be a lot more people than 8 that were due vehicles in May. I think we were one of the first, and that's why we should be getting our vehicle officially paid for this week now. But if you had a vehicle that you think should have been made available the end of May, for example, you've not got much chance of getting that until maybe July or August even. Our vehicle, I think, was officially 1 year on the 24th of April or something like that. I'd have to look it up exactly, but I know it was in April, towards the end of April, that we completed 1 year, and we're now in the middle of May. So even with just those 8 and them getting sorted out and organized in how to deal with things is taking time. Now, once they've got the systems in place, they should be able to move faster with the administration side of it, but it all depends on how much money they've got to shell out. You know, $500,000 doesn't go very far when you're buying a few vehicles, and that's what they were looking at for these first 8 vehicles in May, roughly $500,000. The number of vehicles that are being ordered currently, if you look at the Telegram group, they say, oh, you know, so and so, so and so, and so and so's bought a vehicle, and I think rather than 8 a month, they need to be doing something like 5 an hour, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day to keep pace with the number of vehicles that are ordered. I'm not sure that that is going to happen. I'm not sure what's going to happen when people are waiting longer than they anticipated for their vehicles. The upside, of course, is that for every $250 you put in to the car plan with Beyond Infinity, $200 went into your Beyond Infinity Gold plan. And so you've been receiving $10 a week for every $250 that you deposited. So by the end of a year, you should have received $520 back for that $250 anyway. So treat the car as a bonus. Don't rely on it happening in anything like the time that you originally expected. And when you do get it, just be grateful. In the meantime, as I say, you're consistently earning money on that deposit that you made. $10 for every $250 that you, well, it could be less than $10. $10 is based on being at the top level, the 5% level. It could be $6 if you're only on the 3% level. So it could be anywhere between $6 and $10 a week that you're getting back. But even at $6 a week, in 50 weeks, you've got $300 back, $312 in 52 weeks for your $250. So you're still in profit. And of course, it keeps on growing and growing, and it will start pushing you through those percentages until you are getting $10 a week back. Ongoing, as long as Beyond Infinity is around, you'll be getting that money back. Okay, so let's have a look. Kingsley says the car is no longer showing up in my back office. It should be, because it shows in mine, I think. As I say, I only ordered one in my name. They've nearly all gone into my wife's name, but it is a $125,000 vehicle. Let me just check and see. Beyond Infinity. I don't think there's any reason why it shouldn't be there. Where are we looking? Programs, BIG. Nope, it isn't there. You're right. It seems to have disappeared. I'm sure it will be put back because there'll be people that will be complaining about it. But no, it's not showing up in my account either. So I'll mention that to Victoria, and she'll have a look at it. Andrew's in from New Zealand. Late watch the replay. Okay, Andrew, thank you for being here anyway. And Eric, how many more cars coming to WeShare? I can't remember. A lot of them. About $1 million worth, Eric. Whether we get them or not, as I say, we'll have to just wait and see. But the next one that is due is that one for $125,000. So we'll keep you informed if we get a notification that they want to pay for that one for us. We will we'll let you know once we get that notification. But we will need to go to another garage for that. So we'll need the reference from the Vauxhall dealers. Lewis says it's showing in my back office. Good. Well, that's strange, isn't it? I wonder why it's not showing in Kingsley's or mine. Definitely not showing in mine. Unless they've moved it around or something. No. No, definitely not showing. So, don't know why. I can have a look in the other account, because that's the one where we've got a lot of vehicles. Let me just check in there, just see. And if we do, I'll do a screen share and you can see the vehicles that we've got. Programs, big. No. Oh, yes, they are. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're showing in this account, but they're not showing in. Not do a screen share, I'll just count them for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. We've got 31 more after we get this first delivery. Okay, so and then one in the other account, and they're at varying rates. Some of them are just the $250, some of them are $500. I think we've only got that one that's over 1,000, but they're there. Okay, so it is showing in my wife's account, but it wasn't showing in mine. I'll have another look later and see. Kingsley, you can check on yours as well. Okay, everybody's saying pretty much that it is showing up. And as I say, it is showing up in my wife's account. I don't know. Right, that's it, folks. I don't have anything more for you. Tomorrow we should get into that ShareHope plan. And I'll be getting back, delving into what's been going on and finding out and bringing everything up to date. Tomorrow we'll be getting emails going out again and things, and I'll get that TikTok demo accounts started up again, and we'll see we'll see. We'll have a better view tomorrow of what's going on, and we might even have some feedback on the car. Okay. Until then, as always, get out there and be WISA warriors. Share love and abundance. Make others happy. It'll make you happy. It'll make the whole community happy. And that's what we all want. We all want to be happy. Okay? So go the extra mile. And I'll see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Yeah.